I love Jesus Christ with all of my heart, but I don't believe he's God. God says in Exodus, when Moses said, how come I can't see you, God? For no one can see the face of God and live. This is in the Old Testament. Did God forget? Did all of a sudden when Christ, okay, Wes Huff, Jesus is God. Okay, I'll give you that. Then the Bible's wrong. You have to pick. You don't get both. You don't get both, Wes Huff. Is Jesus God? Because if he is, then none of us could have seen him in the flesh. Why would God put that in the Old Testament only to forget it in the New Testament? It says it clear as day in Exodus. Same tradition exists in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad wanted to see God. God said, no human being can see me in the flesh. We can see him in spirit form, but nothing in the material world can withstand the glory of God and his energy. Moses didn't see God directly. Moses saw the reflection of God's light through the burning bush, and that aged him. Imagine if he would have seen God head on. So to me, it's like, hey, in Exodus it says no one can see God and live. So either A, the Bible's wrong and Jesus is God, or B, he's not God and the Bible's correct. Which one is it? I don't need to sit here and superimpose. Wes Huff is a great historian. But what people don't understand, it sounds so beautiful. All the dates and all this stuff, great. But then he superimposes his beliefs, and then when he talks about Islam, he really has no idea what he's talking about, in my opinion. They want to superimpose. I'm like, let's just talk hard facts. Hard facts. God said, you can never see me in the human form. You had a man who came down, right? And what? He's just like the rest of the other prophets, bro. He came to bring the Israelites back on the path of God. He says in the Bible, I did not come for the Romans. I came for the Israelites. Who spread Christianity? The pagan Romans. Who was born on December 25th? Mithra. Look them up. I mean, you got to get to the point as a Christian, when you see so many coincidences, you got to be like, listen, this doesn't make sense. Right. Who spread Christianity? The pagan Romans. What day did they worship? Who did they worship? They worshiped the ancient Roman sun god named Mithra. Mithra was born on December 25th. Very similar story to Jesus' death and resurrection, by the way. Do you find that to be a coincidence, Sean? The people that spread Christianity believed in a sun god born on December 25th. Look it up. I dare you to. So, when do we get to this point? We know that the first followers of Christ were hunted down and massacred. We know that the first followers of Christ were called the Ebionites. They were the Israelites who accepted Jesus Christ as the Messiah, but they didn't believe he was God. They basically had the Islamic interpretation. Yes, he was sent by God to guide us back to the true path.